Hi guys, Mike Martin here. Okay, so this is video number 7 for the hybrid lead generation business model, especially for the rank and rent industry. We're now starting to get quite a bit of the way through this course and it's getting a little bit exciting for me. But what I'm going to go through just now is just show you exactly what we've done first. So first we went through choosing your niche. Then it was choosing your location, website framework, and how to build your website. Then yesterday and the day before we went through on-page and off-page SEO. Hope that gives you a little bit more of a fundamental understanding of it. Today we're going to hit Google My Business, or GMB, which is just the maps listings, okay? But they're very, very important, and I'll explain a little bit more why shortly. Then we're going to hit, over the next few days, we're going to go through why lead simplify, start renting your websites, the hybrid setup, which is going to teach you exactly how, once we're looking at start renting websites and the hybrid setup, of how to set things up to best convert them into cash and best make money out of them. Then we're going to show you how to spread your business like a wave, and there's a reason we do it that way. Outsourcing you, sell and retire, and then rinse and repeat if you decide so, okay? So today we're going to go through Google My Business. Now, Google My Business, or otherwise known as the maps. People who don't are not in the industry tend to call it the maps, but it's Google My Business, and it's very, very easy to set up, and there's lots and lots and lots of videos out there that show you exactly how to go and set up your Google Maps. So I'm not going to go into massive detail on how to set it up. I am going to just cover the basics. It's very easy. You go into your Google profile and you select Google My Business and you start adding your maps to your local business, okay? It's very, very simple. First thing to check before you start doing it is, does it already exist? Now, if you've got a business that's been running for a while, if you're not just going after a rank and rent business, but it's somebody else in the area saying to you, can you do this for me in the area, and you're going after their business, there might already be one set up, because Google relies on customer input data, things that people input. So it might already exist and you might just have to claim it, okay? So check your business name, as it says at the bottom there, unless it's keywords. So if you're going after, and I'll show you one shortly, if you're going after location like Manchester Plumbers, Manchester Roofers, Manchester Electrician, then unfortunately there's going to be 50 or 60 of them. You can't really claim the business unless it's got your address on it, in which situation then you just need to start building one from scratch. Okay, so first thing to do once you're setting it up is fill in all the info correctly. Okay, so you want the name, address, areas served, working hours, so you want to put your working hours in there, contact number, so best contact number, pop in a real website, and fill in the website that's already on there. That's something I probably wasn't going to go on here, but what you do is you fill in you create your Google website and you put in a real website for this. Services. So you want a list of all your services, and I'm going to go through something like that, and I've put description underneath there. That's description of your actual business itself, and then photos. So we're going to go through some of the more important ones in a little bit more detail today. I'm going to show you a couple of tricks that you can use to get these GMBs, or get these Google My Businesses set up for yourself. So a few tips first of all. First one is category, okay? The category must be very right. A lot of what people do is they'll find a category and they'll stuff the categories. So they're like, oh, well, maybe that's close to me, that's not to me. Right, more is not always better. Treat your Google My Business a little bit like you would schema. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to be as accurate as possible of exactly what your business does. And what I see a lot of people doing is stuffing location-specific keywords in there. It's not completely necessary. Google knows where you are because you're on its map, so it's not super necessary. So when you are adding your service categories, what I see a lot of people doing is adding like locksmith in location, plumber location, blah blah blah. You don't need to do that, okay? But it must be as close as possible. And I'm going to give you some demonstrations shortly on one I set up yesterday. NAP, if anybody doesn't know what that is, it's name, address and postcode. Right, now very, very important to have your name, address and postcode identical everywhere. So what I mean by this is it's very important to be, if it's on your website like that, and it's on your Google Maps like that, or your GMB, or your Google My Business, whichever one you want to call it, and then let's say you're doing listings in directories and things like that, and you're adding your address, you want identical address. So if you've put Avenue, AVE, or a something like that, or Street, ST, then do that everywhere. So if it's like 25 Brown Street, but you put 25 Brown ST rather than Street, do that everywhere. Do it on your website, do it on your GMB, do it on your directory listings. Keep the address identical everywhere. Okay, I don't know why it's important, but it's important and it does help. So I don't really tell a note. Right, geo images. Okay, now this is a real good one, and geolocation images. Now I've got videos on my YouTube channel that show you exactly how to do image optimization and stuff like that. But when you're doing this for the rank and rent, or when you're doing this for websites that you're going to be renting out to third parties in a specific location, right, this is something to tackle right from the outset. So what you want to do is when you're about to rent the site out to somebody, you need to make it clear with them, look, I need you, do you have a mobile phone? going to say yeah. If they haven't got a mobile phone, then you probably don't want to rent it out to them anyway because they can't receive the calls. Okay, but the key to it is ask them if they've got a mobile phone and say, look, what I need you to do, because we're going to register you in this area, and I'm going to show you how you do this shortly. What I need you to do is when you're going out and you're doing jobs from this website, I want you to take photographs on your mobile phone and send them to me. Now, 99.9% of people have already got their location-specific data included, which is going to have all the EXIF data, all the metadata, all the location data, and everything inside of those images. You can't see it, but you don't care, right? Get them to take the image and send it to you, and you upload it, okay? Geo images, that's the simplest way of doing it. Rather than me going in and showing you how to go into the back end of the image, change the metadata, do all the other daft stuff, someone's going to be renting this off you. So get that person in that area. Say, look, send me pictures of the jobs you're doing, please. It will help us get you more work. They're on a set price. Say they're paying you $400 a month for a website. It's like, okay, I'm paying you $400 a month for this website, but I want to make you as much money as possible from this website. I want to get you as much work as possible. So explain to them, you helping me doing silly little things like this is going to help you in return. A good agreement. You're paying the same amount, so if you get 100 jobs off this in a month, it makes no difference. But the potential for you to get 100 jobs off it in a month will increase massively if you're sending me images of the jobs, because then I can use that for advertising. You don't explain to them how you're using it or your geo images and all the rest of that crap. You just tell them, I want you to do it off your mobile phone. And the reason I want you to do it off your mobile phone is then you can just send it to me straight away there and then, bam, send me the image, and you just upload that image, and bam, and it helps every single time. Don't go around trying to steal images off Google. It's seen them all before. I wouldn't even bother messing with the image optimization setup, because what you want to do is if you're building a big rank and rent business, okay, and you're gonna then go into the dynamic hybrid lead generation business model, what you want to do is you want to find people that are actually going to work with you. Don't just take the first person that comes along who says, I'll rent it off you for this and I'll rent you. Choose the people you work with carefully, okay? Because working with these people can sometimes ruin your local optimization. Don't forget, people can leave reviews on Google My Business. Now, if you put time and effort into creating a GMB, and then some arsehole who's not interested in these customers and just wants to be a total prat can go out and get you 50 bad reviews, and then he'll leave and he won't pay you, or whatever the situation is. So choose the people you're going to work with carefully, and set up, and we'll go into this a little bit more in renting out the websites. But what you want to do is you want to find somebody who's actually willing to work with you. And when I tell you how we sell these later on in further courses, in further videos, you'll understand right from as soon as you start trying to get people to rent these off you, you'll understand a very, very, very simple way of getting people to rent them off you, a very simple way of showing them the value. And not only that, the way that we do this is going to also enable you to really qualify them without asking too many intrusive questions, okay? We have literally 3 or 4 questions that you need to ask, and if they can answer all the questions perfectly, it doesn't feel like you're being intrusive. But if they don't answer them right, you say, okay, we can't work together, see you later, and you go to their competition. It's that simple. Primary category. Right, this is something I'm actually going to show you on my live webinar. On my live GMB. I created it yesterday. But primary category, keyword services, add additional service descriptions. This is something I do not see many people doing, and it's quite important. So what I want you to do is just do it, and I'll show you how to do that shortly. I'm going to flick through the rest of the presentation. In fact, no, let's just go over and do it. Right, so I added a GMB yesterday. If I type in locksmith, it's near me. So as you can see, GMB is no proximity. There we go. There's my mobile number, and there's Dorset Locksmith. So I did this yesterday, and for the keyword locksmith, it's ranking #1 where I live, and it'll already be ranking for all of the different keywords in this location. But what I want to do is I want to go over to, not that one. See, I'm even logged in as the wrong one. I want to go into My Business, Google My Business. That's where you find it. As you can see, I've got 3 in here, and I'm going to show you later how I got this one here. And it's still ranking even though it's been suspended, but I'm going to show you how I did it. And when you see how I did it, you'll be a little bit shocked. You'll be like, wow, that's a really cool way of getting GMBs. Okay, but what I'm trying to show you here is when you scroll down, no, let's go to the services. Right, in fact, it should show this on the information over here. Just let me see if it does. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, it does. It shows all your services here, right? And what you get a lot of people doing is they add in the services, right? And then they forget about it. But what's really, really important on this section here is if you go into the actual services menu, you see this underneath? What I've done is I go into each one, building lockout, and I write content. If you're locked out of your building in Weymouth or anywhere in Dorset, UK, then blah, blah, blah. So it's a message to a customer, general repairs, Completely different information. Don't copy and paste the same. Don't be lazy. It takes you 15-20 minutes to do this. Installations, okay? Don't try to install a lock yourself. And don't forget, this has got no reviews or anything as yet, because I've literally built this yesterday, or it got activated yesterday. If you have locked out of your car key inside, that actually doesn't make any sense. If you have been locked out of your car with your key inside your car and weigh off a doorstep, blah blah blah, right, that'll do. So we'll just save that little bit. See, so I make mistakes, as everybody who knows me knows. I'm not the most organised, but as you can see, locked out of house, burglary, repairs, vehicle unlocking. Now, as you can also see, I've not added as many categories as I can do. I could go in here and start hitting joiner categories and stuff like that for the breaking repairs, burglary repairs. I stay specific. Locksmith, emergency locksmith, that is it. I don't try and add anything else. I keep it as specific as possible, because a lot of people do try and hit as many of these categories as possible and think you'll rank for more and you'll hit more keywords. And you're just diluting how specific the traffic is that's coming to you, which means when they come, there's a good chance they won't even ring you, because you're not that type of business they're looking for. So you might rank for it, but then you get people coming onto your website, and I think we mentioned it in the other one, basically the user experience is very important. So stay as specific as possible. Stick to the stuff that you can definitely provide. You can definitely do, okay? Right, let's keep pushing on. I just wanted to show you that service categories, because it's very important to make sure that you do that. In addition to that, if I click on the website in here, what you'll see is I'm building out and this is brand new, so it's not had much done to it yet, but as you can see, I'm also building out quite a bit of content inside of here. But if you go and look at the listing, you will see that on the listing, it's my own website. So we scroll down. Oh no, where's the website? It's up here somewhere. Let's just view it on the maps. And then you click on the website. Where's my website gone? There it is. I couldn't bloody find it. Right, so you use a specific website. So I've got my own website, but I still fill out the website inside of the GMB, because it's adding relevant local data, okay? Another thing that I would also recommend doing is, when inside of here, is adding posts. And the ones that I like to add, and I'll show you why in a minute, is these, okay? Now, you see this, over 60s, 20% discount, ID required, and coupon code 60+, right? That's going to get the perfect type of clients. If I can only get clients that are in the 60s and above, I know I'm not getting any idiots phoning me up to break into houses while they're drunk and having parties and all that. Great, I'll give them 20% back for that. But not only that, what if you look at the dates, it doesn't expire until April the 30th, 2021, okay? So now, if I go back to the home, and then let's view it on search rather, right, so we can view it on the maps, first of all, let me show you that. Right, you view it on the map, scroll down, what have you got here? Boom, big 20% discount from the owner, okay? That's going to stay there till April. So anybody in the age 60 and above is going to be like, oh, what's this? Click on it, oh, wicked, I get a full 20% discount from the full price of the job. Now that sits there, that will help convert customers. Not only that, but if you look at it in search as well, it adds it further down the page here. See this? Well, that's going to stay there. You can add loads of special offers, but I just like to add one that sits there for a long time, because then I know for a fact if somebody turns up, and I'm not even started to get any what do you call it on here yet. I've not even started to add any reviews or anything on this as yet, so I'm going to completely outrank everybody on here. But proximity helps with this as well. Proximity is very important. Right, so I just thought I'd show you that little bit as well. Put a special offer in, give it a long term, and it will help with conversions. Right, jump over to the next bit. Why? Okay, now this is probably the best bit. Let me get a drink of water. Right, why do you want a GMB? Don't care how good your website is, local website, you're going to get at least half your calls through your GMB. At least. Okay, so think of how much time and effort you put into building a website. Think of all the content you write and all the other crazy stuff. And a lot of people have got this thing where they just don't put much time and effort into GMBs. But GMBs is probably the most profitable part of your ranking, of your rank and rent business. It really generates a ton of calls, right? Single keyword ranking. Let me go back over to here, okay? Right, so for example, somebody local to me types in the keyword locksmith, nothing else. As you can see, paid ads, there's my number. But There, look at that, right? It would take me months to rank locally for the keyword locksmith. I built this yesterday, and if you look on the map, you can see within this area, until we hit about there, every single person in this area that types in the keyword locksmith is going to see me first, instantly. Now, if you live in a city, you're going to get a lot more GMBs and stuff, but single keyword ranking is really only possible with a GMB short term. Like when I say short term, quick. You can do it for a website, but it doesn't happen fast. It takes time. It has to be there a long time. You have to get all of your other connections to your website. You have to turn it into a gangster, so to speak, from the last video. But the situation you end up in is you can rank very, very quickly for single keyword. Okay, now I'm assuming if we go back over here and I change that to locksmiths, we'll also be ranking number top. There we go, as you see. Right, now we can use the specific keywords for the areas and stuff like that, but what I'm saying is you get single keyword rankings above all of the top listings within 24-48 hours, which is very, very important to get a GMB going. All work is local. Now, this is brilliant because if somebody's renting a website off you, or a GMB, included with a GMB, and don't forget, you're going to have a network of websites underneath your websites ranking these, which I'll turn into how you sell it later. That becomes important. But all work is local, right? So plumber, roofer, joiner, electrician, solicitor, anybody. Nobody likes traveling 20, 30, 40, 50 miles for a job. If they're getting half of their work within a 5-mile radius of their home or their business premises, they're never going to leave you. They're going to absolutely love you. Okay, so it's these are just why you want a GMB. GMBs are very important. They're very, very profitable. I absolutely love them. How? This is what everybody wants to know, isn't it? Right, there's two really simple ways to get GMBs for local areas. And the first one is Gumtree and Craigslist. Okay, basically you put a free advertisement up for anybody who's willing to let you use their location. Okay. Now, I've missed one out here, which is your renter. And the reason I've missed out your renter is that you want their location as well, in addition to the one you've already got. But you can always do that afterwards, after you've rented the site out, if necessary. So Gumtree, Craigslist, put a post up offering someone $50 to let you send a postcard to their property, and then just explain that your address won't be shown online. I'll pay you $50 as soon as you provide the code on the thingy. They provide you with the code, you activate it, and you send them $50. Done. You've got a GMB set up at their premises. So basically your advertisement says, we're looking to register a business in your local area. If you want $50 completely free of charge, contact us with your address. We'll send you a postcard, send us the code back, and we'll give you $50. Sound good? People are skint at the minute, especially with the coronavirus and everything going on as it is. This works really, really, really well. Okay, there's another one. Right. So also what you can do with this is as soon as you start to rent the site out, you can speak to the actual person that you're going to be renting it to, and you can actually say to them, look, we want to register you in Google as our local business connected to us. Do you mind if we send you a postcard out that's got a code in it so I can register you in Google? Not a lot of people know about Google My Businesses, although you think they do because you're sat here thinking, well, everybody knows about it. Well, they do in our industry. But as soon as you start talking to plumbers, roofers, electricians, joiners, any of these guys who are out on the road, who are on the tools, who a lot of them didn't do amazingly well at school because the people who are good with the hands, not good with reading and writing and all the rest of that stuff. You're in a situation where most of these people don't even know this exists, and because they don't know it exists, when you ask them, they'll be like, yeah. If you turn around and say, we'll probably get you double the amount of work for doing this, then they'll let you send a postcard to their property. They'll give you the code, and you pop that code in, and you've got their address also as your thing, which means what? It means single keyword ranking, very local to where they live. What does that mean? They're going to get a ton of work, very, very local from your GMB. Okay? Expired URL method. Okay, so let me go back over to here. Might not work because of where I'm based, but let's have a look. Manchester Locksmiths. Remember the one that was thingied before? That one's one of mine there, but I think that's a different one. Let me go back into my Google My Business. 1 second. So, okay, that's the small one. That's the one with the capital letter, Manchester Locksmiths, that's been suspended apparently. Okay, so let's go in and just have a look. There we go. There it is. See it? 0161327. Right, wave over it. That's my website there, autolocksmiths.org. Okay, so this used to have a different URL on it. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to go for a search of the area that I'm targeting. And what you're looking for ones of these that have not been claimed yet. Okay, so if I click on that one, there's nowhere that you can say claim your business, claim this business, okay? Right, but if you find one that's not been claimed, let me just try and do this. 1 second, let me just see if I can find one. I'm not going to do it all the way because it'll take a while, because we'll be here for ages. But what you do is you look for what that'll have been claimed, because they're a big company and they're not stupid. Manchester Locks, I wonder if I've claimed this one. There you go. Look, luckily for me, this has got my URL on it, so you can't steal it, right? So what you're looking for is ones like this. See that, own this business, suggesting edit, own this business. So I can now claim my own business back, but that's got a Google My Business URL. If you probably can't see, but down the bottom left it says manchester-locksmiths.business.site, which is a Google site. So I've not got any worries about anybody stealing this, right? But the way I stole this one here, right, and it's not really stealing it, because most of the time it's because the business has gone out of business. What you do is you do the search in the area you want, and it won't always work, but this is great when it does work. You wave over and you look at the URL. Okay, and now if you click on the URL, this shouldn't even be ranking. This is a terrible URL, this one. But if you click on the URL, you can see there's the website, yeah? That's his website. It's still live. So what you're doing is you're looking for ones where, that's actually my website, and it's not loading. Anyway, next one, Faster Locksmiths Manchester. So we wave over that, and we click on it, and as you can see, this guy's website loads a lot faster than mine. I need to look at that website and find out what's wrong with it. But as you can see, Faster Locksmiths Manchester still has a website, but you can own his business. So he's not registered the business right. So this what you can do if he's not clicked on own this business, he's not like claimed the business. I think they call it claiming the business. Okay. First Locksmiths Manchester, he's not got a website on his. Right, but if you want to claim the business, you're looking for ones with a website on them. And the reason you're looking for ones with a website on them is you want one that's a 404. You want one where the URL has expired. Right, and the trick that you do is, which is what we did on this one up here, I've since changed the URL, so the URL is now my website on that one. But previously it was something different. So what I did is, I went to the, I bought the URL, bought the domain name, whatever it was at the time, and then I set up the email address info@url.co.uk or url.com, whichever one it was. Okay, then you go in and you click claim the business. Okay, now this is a suspended listing, but you can't nick it because I still own the domain. Own this business. You click on this, and as you start going through to say that you own it, okay, I own manage now. You click on that. What it's going to do is it's going to offer to send you an email address, an email to the URL that's registered to it. I don't actually want to do this because it's suspended. It's actually and it's still ranking. You see this? info@autolocksmiths.org. Okay. I get an email now that'll send me an email address with a code where I just verify I own the business. And then you own that GMB, it's yours. So any area that you're going after, okay, that's just, look, 5-digit verification code from the message sent to info@autolocksmiths.org. Yeah, that's my domain, so you can't steal it. But what you're doing is you're looking for ones where the domain has expired. If the domain name is expired, and you can click I own this business, you get them, you buy the domain, set up the email address, click I own this business, get them to send you the code via email, click verify, it's your GMB. You've just got yourself a GMB for the cost of a domain name. And then what do? You build out that domain name as well, around that GMB that's already done with an address. Don't forget your NAP, get your NAP to be correct. Hope that method really gets people excited, because that method, I've been using it for years. It's a great method. It's something that I've only shared with my close friends, and it's the first time I've shared it on a video, and it works very, very well. Okay guys, hope to see you all in the next video. Hope you really, really liked that one. And I think the next video is why lead simplify, so it's probably one I'm more excited about than any other. And I might actually claim this GMB just because it was suspended, but it's still ranking, so there's kind of no point in me doing that. Okay guys, thank you very much. Cheers, bye bye.